I'm in the process of researching and just testing some preschool level curriculums for homeschooling my 3-year-old son. One that I've been trying so far is called Treehouse Story School. Today I'm going to be sharing just snippets of what the curriculum looks like, what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and if I would recommend it. In case we haven't met yet, I'm Kalina. I am a full-time toddler mom and intentional living enthusiast. And on this channel, we're keeping things really informative and really positive and talking about all things homeschooling, woo-woo, non-toxic organic products, parenting, mindset. So if any of that is interesting to you, then please like and subscribe for new videos just like this every week. First, let me just start with a disclaimer about having a homeschool curriculum for a 3-year-old. On that topic, if you're interested in why I'm leaning toward homeschooling my son, then check out this video. So why even look for or follow a curriculum in the first place? For me, it's not really about having a structure or rigidity or expecting my toddler to sit there while I lecture at him. It's really just having a repository and an idea bank for fun things that I can read and fun activities to do with my son. I wanted something that was going to touch age-appropriate topics like practical life skills and learning the alphabet and pre-reading, and also some math, and working in some art, maybe some music, and some other fun creative items too. The truth is there are so many good options out there, and I think it's just about finding something that resonates with your schedule, your budget, your interests, and your child's interests to see if something could be a good fit for you. So this is actually one of 3 different curriculums that I'm dabbling in right now. Now that my son is 3 and his attention span is really short, but still a little bit longer than it was when he was 2, I just kind of also want to prime him for a little bit more structure and just a little bit more of a routine and a rhythm to our morning, so that when we do officially have to start homeschooling, it's not just totally out of the blue and it's something that he's kind of already familiar with. Is the curriculum actually necessary for a toddler?
Definitely not.
Play is the most important thing. For me, this was just a way to get ideas because I can only look at dispersed information on Pinterest or Facebook, homeschooling mom groups so much before I just feel like I want something a little bit more consistent and something that just has a natural rhythm to it, something that's really easy to follow, and that can help just give me as the parent ideas of fun things to do with my kid. So how does the Treehouse Story School curriculum actually work? We are on week 3 right now. And basically it starts around and is centered around a story of the week. So this story of the week is Miss Susie. It's about a little squirrel, and it shares with you some learning themes, and it gives you a list of songs that you can play and dance to with your kid. It gives you a little hand rhyme that you can do to kind of start your day in the morning. And then it also gives you ideas for activities related to the alphabet, math skills, and maybe even a field trip or a recipe that you can make together that all ties in with the theme around this main book.
Oh, how fun!
They also give you papers with these little storytelling cutouts, which are super cute, so you can use them to talk through the story while you're reading it, or just use them another time to have a conversation with your child and just kind of reinforce the topics and the plot lines of the story. They also suggest a crafty materials list for this week, and they also suggest a book basket, which is basically just a handful of books that are sort of related to that book of the week topic. It's meant to be done 4 times a week, so they have a Monday through Thursday schedule and then also have an activity on Friday. So once a week, I cut out those little characters. Every couple weeks, I'll just grab the book baskets from the library if I can find them, at my local library, and also the main focus book. I will start the day with the hand rhyme with the little characters, and also play a few songs from the suggested music list and maybe do a little dancing in the morning. And then after I make breakfast, we'll sit down and we'll read the book of the week. Depending on the type of activity suggested for that week, we might also be able to knock one of those out at the breakfast table too. And then we try to get some outside time. I can barely keep my son indoors these days. And a lot of the activities are very nature-based as well. So there are things that I can find in my backyard, and I'll knock out one of those activities before his nap, and then maybe just save the last one for the afternoon after nap time. Here's what I really like about the curriculum so far. It is so simple. It's just open the book and read what to do and go. It's also really budget friendly. So I bought 3 weeks of supplies at the Dollar Tree for $45, and I only spent that much money because I'm repurposing some of these activities for our homeschool co-op group as well. If you're curious about starting a homeschool co-op group and want to talk to someone who's just started it themselves, check out this video. I really like that each week has a new separate theme. I really like that it's sort of natural and nature-based, and that each of the activities or the hand rhyme or the recipe or whatever the field trip is that they might suggest, it all ties in with the same theme, so it feels really cohesive. What don't I like about it so far? Honestly, not much. My two complaints are that a lot of the time at my local library, the book basket books are just not available. So I do the best that I can and I try to find the books at the library, but whatever I can't find, I just omit, or maybe I might find something else in my house that's also kind of related for books that I already have. Something else that's not my favorite, but I can substitute around it, is that a lot of the recipes are dessert-based and have a lot of sugar in them. I don't feed my son any sugar, so for me, I remember our first week was blueberry themed and it wanted us to make blueberry jam. So instead of making blueberry jam, I made a berry compote, we made blueberry pie with no sugar, and honestly, we just ate blueberries and that seemed to be totally fine. So would I actually recommend this curriculum to another parent? Yes, I absolutely would. I think it's really easy to follow, it's really cute, it's simple, uncomplicated, it's well done, it's budget friendly. And all the books are really wholesome and have good themes and morals and no funny business in them, which I really like. They're actually older too, which is pretty cool. It's also really flexible, so sometimes if Quentin just isn't interested in one of the activities, I just omit it, or I might substitute out an activity from another day if that's something that he just is more available for. When it comes to this age group, and I think probably just homeschooling in general, there are so many curriculum options. It's really kind of overwhelming just to kind of pick the categories and what might work best for your family. I think my best advice so far would just be to stay consistent and just maybe dabble in a few things, see what feels right, feels manageable for your family. Because at the end of the day, even if you have the best, most comprehensive curriculum in the world, if it's blowing your budget out, if it feels like every time you open the book, it's just so overwhelming, there's too much craft material, there's too many things that you have to prepare for to actually get that seat at the table with your kid and do some homeschool work together, it's just not going to be feasible. So just pick something that feels accessible, that feels like it's manageable for you, for your family, and something that's just interesting for you and your kid that feels fun and that feels like play. Thanks for watching, happy homeschooling, and I will see you in the next one.